Breaking news. Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali have surprised the world by forming a NATO, EU, and G20-style alliance. Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali forged new alliances. Breaking news out of West Africa. Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali have made headlines with a bold and unexpected move. These three nations, long facing complex security challenges, have joined forces in a way that's sending shockwaves across the globe. But what exactly have they done? Buckle up, because we're about to delve into this groundbreaking development. This region, nestled in the heart of the Sahel, is no stranger to hardship. From battling the relentless grip of poverty to confronting the scourge of violent extremism, these countries have shouldered immense burdens. But amidst the adversity, a flicker of hope has emerged. Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali have chosen unity over division, forging a path of collaboration that could rewrite the region's future. The nature of the alliances. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What kind of alliances have these countries formed? Well, they haven't gone the traditional route. Instead, they've drawn inspiration from some of the world's most successful cooperative models, crafting a unique, multifaceted approach. Think of it as a hybrid, blending elements of the European Union's economic might, NATO's collective security framework, and the G20's global influence. It's a bold experiment, one that's leaving experts scratching their heads and diplomats scrambling to keep up. Motivations and challenges. So, what's driving this unprecedented move? The answer lies in a shared understanding of the challenges they face. From battling jihadist insurgencies to tackling food insecurity and climate change, these countries know they're stronger together. But the road ahead won't be easy. Internal political complexities, resource constraints, and potential regional rivalries could all pose hurdles. Can these nations overcome these obstacles and make their ambitious vision a reality? Potential impact. If they succeed, the implications could be transformative. A more stable and prosperous Sahel would not only benefit the member nations, but also ripple outward, fostering regional cooperation and sending a powerful message of African agency on the world stage. However, missteps could come at a steep price. Increased militarization, the exclusion of neighboring countries, and potential human rights concerns are all issues that need careful consideration. The Niger-Burkina Faso-Mali alliance is a gamble, a daring leap into the unknown. Whether it soars to success or stumbles along the way, one thing is certain, it's a story worth watching. So, stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. This is a developing story, and we'll continue to bring you updates and insights as they unfold. In the meantime, let's ponder the possibilities and keep a close eye on this bold experiment in West African unity. Let's crack the code on these groundbreaking alliances. Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali have each taken a page from established global players, crafting a unique playbook for their partnership. Security shield, like modern-day NATO, they've pledged mutual defense. If one nation faces aggression, the others rush to aid, forming a united front against threats like extremist groups. Think of it as a regional security pact, ensuring they aren't left to fight alone. Economic boost, but it's not just about muscle. Just like the European Union, they're building bridges of trade and cooperation. Imagine shared infrastructure projects, streamlined trade deals, and knowledge sharing across borders. This economic engine aims to fuel shared prosperity and lift the entire region. Global voice, and they're not stopping there. Inspired by the G20's global reach, they seek a seat at the world's biggest table. They want their voices heard on issues like climate change, food security, and development. It's a bold move, challenging the traditional power structures and asserting their collective presence on the international stage. Clear and concise. Remember, these aren't carbon copies of existing models. They're tailor-made for the Sahel's unique challenges and opportunities. Think of them as flexible partnerships, evolving and adapting as needs change. No fancy acronyms, no complex bureaucracies, just three nations banding together for a brighter future. It's a fascinating blend, isn't it? Security shields, economic engines, and a global voice, all wrapped up in one groundbreaking experiment. Now, let's delve deeper into what's driving this unprecedented move. Specific goals and objectives of each alliance. Security alliance. Joint counterterrorism operations, sharing intelligence, conducting coordinated patrols, and establishing rapid response units to combat jihadist insurgencies. Strengthening border security, implementing collaborative border controls, deploying joint task forces, and investing in surveillance technology to reduce the infiltration of armed groups. Capacity building, promoting military cooperation through joint training exercises, sharing military equipment, and establishing regional defense academies. Economic Cooperation Alliance, boosting regional trade, streamlining customs procedures, removing trade barriers, and developing shared infrastructure like transportation networks and energy grids. Fostering economic diversification, jointly investing in agriculture, renewable energy, and tourism projects to reduce dependence on traditional resources and create new income sources. Promoting regional integration, creating a common market, harmonizing laws and regulations, and establishing a development fund to support joint economic initiatives. Global Influence Alliance, speaking with one voice, coordinating positions on international issues like climate change, food insecurity, and migration, presenting a united front on the world stage. Advocating for Sahel development, lobbying for increased international investment in the region, promoting regional solutions to global challenges, and raising awareness about the Sahel's potential. Setting a new paradigm, demonstrating the power of South-South cooperation and regional integration as a model for other developing nations. Motivations and challenges. So, what's pulling these nations together? Why this sudden push for unity? The answer lies in a potent cocktail of shared anxieties and ambitious aspirations. Security imperative. Let's start with the elephant in the room, security. Jihadist insurgencies plague the region, casting a long shadow of fear and instability. These countries know that going it alone isn't enough. They need a united front, a shared shield against the common enemy. Think of it as a regional firebreak, designed to contain the flames of extremism before they engulf the entire Sahel. But it's not just about guns and soldiers. They're looking beyond the battlefield, addressing the root causes that fuel these conflicts, like poverty and lack of opportunity. Economic engine, and then there's the economic engine humming in the background. This region is brimming with untapped potential, yet poverty remains a harsh reality. Shared trade agreements, infrastructure projects, and knowledge exchange. These are the tools they're wielding to boost prosperity and create jobs. Imagine a Sahel where goods flow freely across borders, where farmers have access to new technologies, and where tourism thrives. This economic alliance dreams of unlocking that potential, turning the region into a hub of development and opportunity. Global voice, but their ambitions reach beyond their borders. They yearn for a seat at the world's table, a voice that resonates on the global stage. It's about challenging the traditional power structures, claiming their rightful place on the international map. Climate change, food insecurity, the fight for sustainable development. These are issues that affect the Sahel just as much as they do any other corner of the planet. Now, they want to be heard, to contribute their unique perspective and help shape a better future for all. Challenges ahead. It's a noble vision, filled with hope and determination. But every journey starts with a single step, and this path is paved with challenges. Internal political complexities, resource constraints, and potential regional rivalries could all throw sand in the gears of their grand ambition. Can they overcome these hurdles? Can their unity withstand the test of time and internal pressures? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the eyes of the world are on these three nations, watching this unprecedented experiment in regional cooperation with bated breath. Internal political instability, competing interests. Different political factions within each country might have varying visions for the alliances, leading to internal friction and delays in decision-making. Authoritarian regimes. The inclusion of countries with less democratic structures raises concerns about transparency, accountability, and potential human rights abuses within the alliances. Shifting leadership, changes in government or power dynamics within any member country could disrupt the stability and continuity of the partnerships. Resource constraints, financial limitations. Implementing ambitious security, economic, and global influence initiatives requires significant funding. A lack of resources could limit the effectiveness of the alliances. Infrastructure gaps. The Sahel faces widespread infrastructure deficiencies in transportation, energy, and communication networks. Bridging these gaps requires substantial investment, which might be beyond the collective capacity of the member states. Competition for resources, existing national priorities, and potential competition for scarce resources like water and land could strain cooperation and hamper joint projects. Regional rivalries, distrust and historical tensions. Complex historical rivalries and border disputes with neighboring countries could cast a shadow on the alliances, raising concerns about exclusion and potential conflict. External powers, interference from external actors with vested interests in the region could exacerbate existing tensions and undermine the alliance's goals. Competing regional organizations. The existence of established regional organizations like ECOWAS could lead to overlapping mandates and complicate cooperation efforts. Dissecting the potential impact. Let's explore the possible implications of these alliances across various levels. Regional impact. Improved security, enhanced collaboration on intelligence sharing, joint patrols, and capacity building could combat jihadist insurgencies and improve regional security. Economic growth, streamlined trade, infrastructure projects, and knowledge exchange could boost regional economic activity, create jobs, and reduce poverty. Greater regional influence. A united Sahel with a coordinated voice could have a stronger negotiating position in international forums and attract more development funding. Potential for instability. Internal political conflicts, resource struggles, or mismanagement of the alliances could exacerbate existing tensions and lead to further instability. African impact. Model for regional cooperation. If successful, these alliances could set a precedent for other African regions, fostering collaboration and addressing shared challenges. Strengthened African voice. A more assertive Sahel on the global stage could benefit the continent as a whole, pushing for more equitable representation and addressing issues of concern to Africa. Potential for division. If the alliances create exclusionary practices or exacerbate regional rivalries, it could further fragment the continent and undermine existing regional organizations. International community impact. More stable Sahel. Enhanced security and development in the Sahel could benefit international interests in preventing the spread of extremism, human trafficking, and irregular migration. New partnerships. These alliances could offer opportunities for international cooperation on global challenges like climate change and food security, benefiting countries worldwide. Shifting power dynamics. A more assertive Sahel could challenge traditional power structures and influence international decision-making on issues related to the region. Concerns about human rights and accountability. Lack of transparency or potential human rights abuses within the alliances could raise concerns from the international community and create diplomatic tensions. Wrapping up, a bold experiment in unity. We've taken a deep dive into the groundbreaking alliances forged by Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. This isn't just a regional story, it's a glimpse into a possible future where African nations are choosing unity over division, collaboration over competition. Key points. Security shield, a united front against extremist threats, aiming to bring stability to a region long plagued by violence. Economic engine, shared trade, infrastructure, and knowledge exchange, unlocking the Sahelian potential and creating opportunities for all. Global voice, seeking a seat at the international table, pushing for solutions to global challenges and representing the African perspective. Motivations, common security threats, economic aspirations, and a desire for greater regional influence drive this bold experiment. Challenges, internal instability, resource constraints, and potential rivalries could test the alliance's resolve and their path to success. Potential impact, increased stability, economic growth, and a stronger voice on the global stage could benefit the Sahel, Africa, and the international community. Significance. These alliances, though nascent, are significant for several reasons. Pioneering regional cooperation, they offer a new model for African nations, setting a precedent for collaboration and addressing shared challenges. African agency, they demonstrate the continent's growing confidence and willingness to chart its destiny on the global stage. A beacon of hope, they offer a ray of hope for a more stable and prosperous Sahel, contributing to a brighter future for the region and its people. The ultimate success of these alliances remains to be seen, but their ambition and audacity are undeniable. The world watches with cautious optimism, hoping that this experiment in unity proves a powerful model for African cooperation and a catalyst for positive change in the Sahel and beyond. Probing questions for the future. Future of the partnerships. Can these alliances overcome their internal challenges and external pressures to achieve their ambitious goals? Will this model inspire similar partnerships in other African regions, leading to a new era of continental cooperation? How can the international community best support these alliances while respecting African agency and ownership? Impact on the region. Can these alliances truly deliver greater security, economic prosperity, and global influence for the Sahelian nations? What potential unintended consequences, such as increased militarization or environmental harm, must be carefully monitored and mitigated? Will these alliances foster regional unity or inadvertently widen existing divides between member states and their neighbors? Impact beyond the region. Do these alliances represent a shift in the global power dynamic, offering a new African voice on the international stage? What lessons can the rest of the world learn from this experiment in regional cooperation, particularly in addressing complex global challenges? Can these alliances contribute to a more equitable and sustainable future for all, both within Africa and across the globe? This is just the beginning, folks. The story of these groundbreaking alliances is still being written, filled with hope, uncertainty, and possibilities yet to unfold. But it's not a story for us to passively observe. It's a conversation we all need to be a part of. What do you think about this bold experiment in unity? Will it pave the way for a brighter future for the Sahel, Africa, and even the world? Don't keep your thoughts confined. Spark discussions on social media, in your local communities, across borders. Let's hear from diverse voices, from experts to everyday citizens, because every perspective matters. Let's learn from each other, challenge our assumptions, and dream together about a future where collaboration triumphs over division, where African agency takes center stage, and where a more equitable and sustainable world becomes a reality. This is your invitation to be a part of the story. Dive deeper, share your voice, and together, let's shape the future. The possibilities are boundless, and the conversation starts now. Remember, we're all part of this journey together. Let's keep exploring, learning, and growing. Until next time, stay curious and keep spreading those positive vibes. Thanks for joining in. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, and hit subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting content coming your way.